2000, even up to 2007, on this earth with 9.5 billion people, there was only one Yildiz Ilkin. There was only one Timur Ilkin, which is a biological son. There was only one J. Ilkin. Today, there may be several dozens, and that's a big, big honor. But where it poses a problem is ID theft. And I don't think anybody's doing ID theft, but when it's a lot of money, there's a possibility they may. We're talking a lot of money. Enough to do a lot of damage globally. When woman was pushed to the floor, Yildiz Ilkin means star, you are the first land. It's an Anatolian name. Yildiz is part of the Republic's lingo. There is no other Yildiz in any other part of the globe. If it is today, it's not the authentic. My last name is in the year 2000, probably under 13 people, all family. So it's a rarity. It comes from Ilkhan or First Han. That's a band name. We're talking 1,000 years prior. And the question became, last names are pretty recent. Yes, it is. But it trickles in from there. Because what is Hanna's heritage? It's Turkic people from Central Asia, which Anatolia used to make fun of for centuries. So we're coming from there to help the Ottoman Empire rebuild. There's a connection to Russia there. That is my name. It's an interesting fact, but Yildiz over the years was too difficult to pronounce. So I had a lot of alias names. Star, because that's what it means. April, because April's my birth month. Li, because of the Chinese component in me. I have about 100 and something other names. And when I did Jerusalem's etymology in 2009, the richest man in the world said Hanna, which ironically the Kurds beat him to it, because in 2005 the Kurds said, "You are beautiful, Hanna." And I never forgot that. Another interesting fact, and you see the authenticity of the story. This is why we want to put it on the big screen, because when it's the authentic, we're talking the authentic with the blood and the war and the espionage and the murder and London and the coronavirus and the hookers and the housing and the bush Negroes, with all of that colors, you want the authentic. When I die, or if the movie closes, or if the exhibit gives us a different response, we can then close it for the next 20,000 years, like it is intended. But at least you get a chance to experience the real Hanna. And this Hanna was conceived in Ararat in a fluke true story. When she created the puppeteer painting in mental illness, her from the nose down was gone, because like those puppets, ventriloquists that just yap, that was the devil following Hanna, and gone was the chin, which was reconstructed. Now it's very interesting because if you like, everybody historically loved Hannah. It's just one of those people. But there's people today on earth that don't love Hannah. And it shows. It shows. We have, for example, a store in Markville Mall that is written in code that says without chin, which is because of the injury, or the puppeteer painting. You see, if I didn't document all this over the course of 25 years and how insane it is, you would never know. These men would come in like locusts, fight, then go to their posts to heal themselves, and they wouldn't give a shit. They would come, say hi, because you're the globe's biggest figure, and then they would go back home. But at least by Hannah doing this, it's a memoir. Forever and ever, the secret societies will have records of a true story and how insane it was. As people from the United States in media pitted the Chinese against Hannah, not knowing, they did not know, Hannah had 4 different types of Chinese in her. And it's very ugly, the story, because everybody wants something. And, but we want to present, and like I said, I'm free to do anything, but I'm not doing anything because of surviving death. This is a really odd story, but again, at least you get a chance to see the authentic or hear about the authentic, another entry. So remember, in the year 2007, Yildiz Ilkin was the only one with that name on this earth.